As you know, we are talking about the role and design of instructional materials for language curriculum design. We'll continue investigating some of its related features, the features of instructional materials. And in this regard, managing materials writing project is an important topic. And I think we need to be aware of how materials writing project looks like and what are the stages involved in the materials writing project. So, material writing projects are not easy tasks, as some of you may have been involved or currently involved, or in future you could be thinking to develop materials. So it's not an individual activity, rather it's a teamwork, and it involves various stakeholders. Obviously, the learners are kept in, and their needs, wants, strengths, and weaknesses are kept in view, but that extends beyond that and involves some more, stakeholders. So let's have a look at the stages and the stakeholders involved in the managing of materials writing project. The first stage, since I have already highlighted here that it's not an individual, rather it's a team-based activity. So we need to make decisions about, the project team, which is responsible for the direction, writing, editing, and design of the project overall. And then we got, various stages of materials writing project, and one of them is identifying reviewers. Just to see whether the project meets the aims and outcomes of the program, or whether the materials writing project contains suitable linguistic input for the learners. So these reviewers could shed light and give us feedback, right? And then planning the schedule. What time, so how long the project will last, and what sort of assessment gonna be there. And before making these decisions about the stages, one thing which I would like to highlight here is that we need to, in order to ensure whether the project is running well, we could pilot it. That will help us know what's going on. If there are some gray areas, we could rethink and revise before wasting too much time and energy. And then the last stage is the design and the production. And this is how materials writing project is not an individual activity, rather it involves a number of stakeholders and their interests. Managing materials writing, as we have already seen the stages, so it's not like a linear process starting from first step to the second, third, fourth, five, six. Rather, it's a sort of it could start from anywhere. And I think we could better understand this element in the light of this statement. Many activities occur simultaneously while managing writing projects, and one often works one part of a product through a phase of design and then cycles back beautifully here. It's a sort of roller coaster. So jumping back and forward, and begins the same phase again with another part of the product. So this brief quote here highlights the significance of the process. So in brief, managing materials writing project is team-based activity which involves various stakeholders and their interests. And while managing materials writing projects, we need to be aware of the interests of these stakeholders, and then this is how we can integrate specific syllabus for our language program.